Hi, welcome to Excel Tips GH. My name is John and I'll be your tutor for this course. In our previous lesson, we added the treatment of overtime in our calculations. In today's lesson, we are going to introduce other non-cash benefits, more specifically, the treatment of accommodation and rent in our calculation. So first, we need to get ourselves abreast with them. As per the law, if an employee is given a car element, that is whether fuel, driver, car and fuel to be used for both official and non-official duties, or if that employee is given an accommodation element, whether furnished accommodation or furnishing only or a shared accommodation, the Act requires that a portion of his or her total cash emolument should be added back to the employment as an employment gain to be assessed. Now, so we first need to know what total cash emolument is. We've already said something about it, but we are going to add or throw more light on it. When we say total cash emolument, it refers to all the cash benefits an employee gains from the employment. So per calculation, it is going to be the basic salary plus all the cash allowances and then the excess bonus plus overtime. This overtime is only applicable if the employee is a senior qualifying employee. We've already explained what a junior qualifying employee is. So the senior qualifying employee is someone who earns or whose total cash emolument without the overtime exceeds 1,500 for a month and then 18,000 for a year. So now the question is, if an employee is given such benefit, how are we going to go about it? Now, per the Act, it says that if that employee is given a driver, car and fuel, we are going to charge 12.5% of the person's total cash emolument and then add it back as a gain. You know that the reason why this is done is that it is seen as an opportunity or a benefit that not all employees in the country earn. So if you are fortunate to be given such a privilege, it is equitable. Yes, that is the word. It is equitable to be charged something. So the law requires that if someone is given a car, driver and a fuel, 12.5% of the person's total cash emolument be added back, and then we charge our graduated tax rate on them. However, the charge or what is to be added back shouldn't exceed 600 cedis if it is car, driver and fuel. And then if the employee is given only car and fuel, we are going to charge 10% on the person's total cash emolument, and that 10% should also not exceed 500 cedis. If the employee is given car only or fuel only, we only charge 5%, and then that 5% shouldn't exceed 250 cedis. Based on this, we are going to solve one example. In an example 1, Bene is an employee who earns a basic salary of 1,400 per month. He is provided with a car and fuel. The question is that we should only calculate the assessable income of Bene for the month of January, which is a single month. So this is how we are going to go about it. We have the basic salary, 1,400 and then he is given a car and fuel, so we go and then refer car and fuel. We are to charge 10% of the total cash emolument, but then as per the information, allowances is 0, or cash allowances is 0, and there is no excess bonus, nor were we going to be calculating for overtime, or to calculate whether he is a senior qualifying employee whose overtime needs to be added. The only information available is basic salary. So our total cash emolument becomes the 1,400. So what we are going to add back is the car element, which is 10% of 1,400. This is going to give us 140. So our assessable income is 1,540, and this is what we are going to subtract our reliefs from in order to arrive at our chargeable income. In our next example, assuming that in February, Bene earns an allowance of 500 cedis. Calculate the assessable income. So what we solved is for January. Now with the February, our basic salary is still going to be 1,400. Our cash allowance is going to be 500. So our total cash emolument is going to be 1,900. And then our car element is going to be 10% multiplying 1,900, which will give us 190. So our assessable income is going to be 2,090 Ghana cedis. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share so that the work can continue. Thank you for watching. In our next lesson, we are going to introduce accommodation element in our calculation. Have a good day. Bye.